Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a book writing update again. So you guys would know that I finished the first draft of my book, Outpourings of a Beloved Heart, in July. And I'm currently working on the second draft, which is really exciting. And I thought I would show you guys today some of the changes that I have made to the draft. So I did a little bit of a play. I was playing around on Createspace, and I uploaded the PDF form of my book on Createspace right there, and it just showed me what it looks like in book form. And I think this is really exciting. This is not the official cover yet, but I just uploaded that image as well. But yeah, if you can actually flick through it like this. I think that is so exciting and so cool. You can actually I looked at this and I was like, wow, this is what it looks like in book form. Obviously, I haven't finished editing yet, so this is just a little bit of you know what, it's just showing you what it's gonna look like. So if you look at the contents, so in the last time I actually showed you guys the book, it was just like a list of poems, that in the on the contents page. But then so far I've decided to break it up because the poems talk about different aspects of God's love. So I've broken them down into different sections. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think there's 7 sections. Yeah, that's the last one, 7 sections. And there are 30 poems in total. So the first section is, I've actually changed that. It's no longer our loving God, it is our loving Creator. Just going to turn the music down a little bit. And you see that you have a couple of poems there under that. And then you have, I think I've changed that title as well. I think it's now Our Disobedient Hearts, I think. And then you have Our Rescue, then you have Our Comfort, Our Identity, Our Purpose. And then the last one is Our Future Glory. So I'm hopefully going to explain this in later vlogs, but basically those are the 7 sections I've decided to divide the poems into. And so it just starts off with my testimony. This is not my image. I'm going to have to change this, even though I love it so much, but I'm going to have to change that. So there's a little bit of my testimony right there. You can still see that there will be a lot of like red things that I've written in red because I'm contemplating on whether or not to keep them or take them out. But yeah, you would see a lot of that. And so this is the first section. This is day 1. That's the first poem. And there you go. So there's the image. So these images are, if I want to print in the hard copy of the book, these images would be in black and white because I think it's going to cost a lot more if I wanted to print them in color. But if I'm hopefully the ebook or the Kindle form of the book, you would have the image in color. So but I really want to keep these images. I could take them out, but I don't know, I just really want to keep them. So I'm going to decide later on if I'm definitely going to keep them. So then you have each poem, and then you have reflections, and then you also have scripture. So yeah, that's basically like the basic layout of the book, as you can see. Now some of these poems are quite long. At the beginning I did contemplate whether or not I wanted to shorten some of the poems, but I thought that if I shorten them I might not put out like the full message of it, so I decided to keep, so not all of them are long. There's some that are quite short as well, so I'm going to leave those ones. The big issue I'm having is with the reflections, so I'm trying to make it a bit more personal. I've read a lot of devotionals where, they tackle scripture and then they would give like, they'll talk about it and they'll just give like a general, take to it, a general approach to it. But I'm trying to make these things a bit more personal so that to use a bit of examples, to be able to relate to the poems, because the poems are written from my point of view, but then I'm trying to use these poems and the reflections and the Bible verse to relate to whoever's reading that, to actually see that, yeah, this is actually talking about God's love. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, one of the struggles I've been having is trying to imagine myself reading these reading these reflections, these words, and seeing, oh, does this actually relate to me? Can I actually relate to this? You know, if I don't want it to be too general, I want it to actually take a personal approach. So I gave my friend to read some of the poems, and she just read it, and she, you know, gave me her feedback. She talked about like which lines she didn't understand, and she just gave me some suggestions. And yeah, it was really, really helpful. As you can see, there's quite a few red there's some bits where I've written in red. I'm contemplating whether or not to keep those, but yeah, this is what it looks like at the moment. So yeah, I have been working on a book cover as well. So Createspace does a free cover creator. I've been, you know, playing around with the covers and the images, and I have now made a kind of like a cover for the book, but I'm not going to show you guys just yet. I'll show you guys later on. And I've also been working on a book trailer for it, but of course I'm going to show you guys all of this later. So yeah, I am hoping to finish editing, hopefully, God willing, by the end of the year. So I'm starting university tomorrow. I'm starting my final year of university, so third year of biomed. I'm starting that tomorrow. I'm hoping that I would be able to fit in editing, you know. I don't have a very busy semester, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to fit in editing this semester, and I could be able to finish editing by the end of the year. And then I'm hoping to order like a proof copy of it, so I can see like the book, you know, the hard copy of it. And hopefully by then, when I get the hard copy by Christmas time, I would want to give it out to some people to read it and just give me a bit of feedback, just tell me what they think. And then I'm gonna do like another round of editing. Obviously, before I'm able to print it out, I'm gonna have to do a lot of formatting, because you can see there's a lot of problems, you know, the things wrong with this file, and I'm gonna have to adjust like the margins and the text and all of that stuff. But that's gonna I'm gonna take care of that when I get there. So for now, I'm just trying to edit it and make sure that everything makes sense and that everything flows. Yeah, I just don't want to write things that people do not understand. I don't want people to misunderstand my poems. I don't want people to take the wrong message from it. So that's why I'm feeling a lot of pressure right now, and that's why I keep making a lot of changes. But hopefully God will give me the grace to finish you know, editing it, and I pray that it's not going to be too stressful. But yeah, that is all I wanted to show you guys today. That's my book.